Thomas begins his day at 8 p.m. For 10 hours, he walks the perimeter of a silent warehouse, remaining alert until his shift ends at 6 a.m. His life is a study in scarcity. He returns to a tiny apartment where a single flickering bulb illuminates a mattress on the floor and a broken fan. There is a specific psychological weight to his situation. He is not lazy. He walks miles every night and executes his duties perfectly. Yet this intense physical effort results in zero financial progress. Walking home in the morning light, he watches the rest of the town, energized and moving forward. He is living in reverse, completely retreating to sleep just as the rest of the world begins to pursue its dreams. The breaking point arrives via a phone call. His mother has collapsed. The doctors at the village clinic attribute it to years of extreme physical labor and the stress of constant financial instability. Standing outside the clinic at 5 a.m., Thomas experiences a shift. The despair he felt on the bus ride transforms into a sharp, focused anger at his own inability to change his circumstances. He realizes that blind hard work is often just a treadmill. Without a strategic direction, even the most disciplined routine can result in lifelong stagnation. On his return trip, Thomas meets Mr. Chun, a businessman who uses the pre-dawn hours to read and plan. Chun introduces him to the magic hours, the window of time where the world is quiet enough to build a new life. Adapting requires a total sleep overhaul. Thomas fragments his rest, carving out a dedicated daylight block. This creates a massive advantage. 2 daily hours of focus equals 14 hours weekly, granting 3 full months of extra time every year. He treats hour 1 as a non-negotiable period for skill acquisition. This time is used strictly for learning high-value trades that can move him out of the warehouse and into an office. Thomas begins studying Excel and basic bookkeeping. He chooses these specifically because he sees exactly how many administrative errors occur at the warehouse during his night shifts. Hour 2 is dedicated to the vehicle, his body. He uses physical exercise and mental planning to ensure he can sustain the grueling demands of his split sleep schedule. The first week is a physical struggle. His body protests the early alarm, and his mind creates endless excuses to stay in bed and ignore the tutorials. By day 21, the friction eases. The physiological adaptation takes hold, and the complex accounting formulas he's been studying start to feel like a second language. This framework relies on aggressively reallocating dormant passive time into an engine for compounding intellectual growth. During his nights on patrol, Thomas documents the warehouse's chaotic paper filing system. In his 5 a.m. sessions, he translates those notes into a functional, automated inventory database. When he presents this tool to a supervisor, it immediately solves a tracking problem that had caused shipping delays for years, a solution no one else had the technical skill to build. Management recognizes the value of someone who understands the physical warehouse and the digital data. They offer Thomas a role in the accounting department, doubling his salary and moving him to a day shift. The shift from his former state to his current trajectory is stark. He can now afford the medical care his mother needs and has transitioned from a passive observer to a respected professional. A year later, Thomas still wakes up at 5 a.m. He has reached his financial goals, but those 2 hours remain his most valuable asset for future growth. He views personal achievement as a continuous daily practice rather than a finite destination. The 5 a.m. window is a universal resource. It is the only time of day where your willpower is fresh and external notifications cannot reach you. You have a significant advantage over Thomas's starting point. You have the internet, meaning you have immediate access to the same technical education that changed his life. Choose one high-value skill today. Commit to a 90-day habit of building it during that first quiet hour of the morning. The active choices you make while the rest of the world is asleep define the trajectory of your future.